Hi, I'm Annika Johnsons from Al Johnson's in Sister Bay. I hope you enjoy my new video series called Door County Girl. These are stories of my life, the people and places that I love, and of course how we all survive here in northern Wisconsin. You can come back as often as you like, but don't forget to subscribe to Al's YouTube channel. I'll be posting lots of really cool new videos. So let's go! Welcome to another episode of Door County Girl. Again, I am here today with my brother,
Rolf.
Yeah. And today we're going to make something really delicious. It's probably one of my most favorite things that we make during the holiday season. And it is called
Risgrynsgröt.
Risgrynsgröt, Rolf. Roll your R's.
Risgrynsgröt.
Yes, that's how we say it. And
better than.
Yes. Brrr. And anyhow, this is a rice porridge, and we're going to show you how we can turn it into a fancy dessert as well as a breakfast item.
Afterwards, first.
Yeah. So we're going to get started on that.
So we sell this product online, and we also sell in our gift shop. It's a milled rice. You can use any kind of rice, actually. You could use a minute rice if you really wanted to, but this makes it quite easy. It's a quicker way of cooking the rice. So we'll put a recipe online if you want to do measurements that are proper, but we're going to go according to the back of this, and we're going to tweak it a little bit.
And this is kind of nice because when we were growing up, Mom didn't have this little bag.
No,
and she didn't even use a pot like this. It would be a big pot like this big.
Well, you know, the rice will expand some, but
yeah.
First thing we're going to do, we're going to add this package of rice. Then we're going to add 1 3/4 of water. So I have that burner on, obviously. Maybe a little too high. And then we are going to add some sugar. So go for 2 teaspoons of sugar.
2 teaspoons of
go ahead
sugar.
And put it right in there.
Are we putting it in a little dish?
Yep.
Okay. 1. And again, if you can't have a lot of sugar,
you can skip it.
Yeah, you don't have to have
Actually,
it.
the recipe on the back of this package calls for you to omit the sugar until the very end. You serve it so you can put it into your liking. But we grew up always knowing that we always had the sugar.
It was already
on hand.
pre-sweetened,
right.
yeah.
So we're going to put those 3 cinnamon sticks in there. So go ahead and dump those in here.
And we're just using cinnamon sticks, not cinnamon here.
And that's, again, it's optional, but I don't think you get the full flavor of the Risgrynsgröt unless you have the cinnamon stick in there.
Right, you always leave them in there.
Yes, and it looks more attractive too, I think. But we're also going to add a little bit of cinnamon too in the end.
Okay.
Well, cinnamon sugar, I should say. So we're going to bring this to a boil. And then after that boils, we're going to turn it down, and we're going to add 3 cups of whole milk. And with the milk is going to make it extra creamy. Now, another tidbit, I've made this with rice milk.
I was just going to ask you that. What about the people who can't have?
You can make this with vanilla flavored rice milk or plain rice milk. Either way, you're going to get more of the rice flavor, and then it becomes vegetarian and vegan as well, right?
Okay, good idea.
Yeah, it really works out fantastic.
Okay.
And then we're going to serve it with a number of items here. We also have our cinnamon and sugar. That's our specialty that we also sell in our shop. And this is a vanilla sugar, or what do they say in Sweden? Socka.
Vanilla socka.
Vanillin-socka.
Yes, and it's funny, when I was working online, I used to laugh when people would buy this.
But this stuff is incredible. It
Yeah.
really, really is. This is delicious. This is better yet.
And I'm thinking, why can't you just make your own cinnamon sugar? And why can't you do this?
Once you've had this one, you can tell why.
It's a little bit more chunky. It's not
almost like it's less
like a
crystalline.
crystal.
It's less it's less refined, I should say.
Yeah, so these are 2 really good products, even if you want to use them in your coffees and things like that.
I'll give you something else to do. So we got some vanilla or almond extract.
Almond extract?
And that's one of Mom's favorite, along with dill and everything else, right? But you're going to take the measuring spoon and put a half a teaspoon in here.
Half a teaspoon in there. Okay. And if you're like me, I like to spill over because I like vanilla.
Yeah, well.
Okay. What else?
And that's about it for now. And now, you remember we did the almond trick before?
Yep. Okay, so these are slivered almonds, and you can add them to the porridge if you like. If you don't want nuts, that's fine too. But when you put this in during Christmas time,
You usually use a whole almond.
yeah, you have
a
to
singular one.
If you're going to put slivered ones in, you have to make sure there's one whole almond, because whoever gets the whole almond,
They're the next to get married, supposedly, but I like to say you get a wish. That's
yeah,
what you
my
get.
mom would tell us when we were little that whoever gets the whole almond gets a Christmas wish
Yeah.
or whatever, a wish,
So
like shooting on a star.
If you were going to have guests over and you had the same thing, you could do the whole almond. I think would be a fun idea, and just give a small token gift or something.
Yeah, and I like almonds in mine, but sometimes people even put raisins in there.
They do, yes.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and throw those almonds in right now.
Okay, because you and I both like that.
Right?
Okay.
And now we see we got a nice boil going here already. So let's add that milk now. That's 3 cups of milk right
This
there.
right whole
Yep.
thing? Okay.
Pour it in slow.
Looks delicious already. Are you supposed to be stirring while I pour?
Yeah. All right, now we're going to put it to a simmer. And this takes about a half an hour. And if you're using regular whole grain rice, it's going to take you quite a bit longer.
I can smell it. It smells super good. It smells almond flavored, which I love too.
So go ahead and pour the sugar in there.
Okay. Aren't I a good cook?
Gosh, amazing.
Oh, these are our little...
Those are going to be our serving dishes.
Oh yeah, this is going to be our serving dishes. We got to save them. Okay.
So now we're going to bring this to a boil.
Okay.
And then we'll bring it down to a simmer once after that happens.
Okay.
So we can serve this with Swedish lingonberries, the jams, and the strawberries. But in the end, we're going to do our own little twist on those. We'll do the
Yeah, we don't want to jump the gun right away.
So we're going to do this one first, and we're going to enjoy this. We're going to see what the taste is, the flavor is, and then we're going to tweak it a little bit later on.
Well, you know, with the rice porridge, I like it because once this thickens up and you put it in the refrigerator, so my mom would make a big, giant pot of it so she wouldn't have to make us breakfast or a snack every day. So if we were hungry, she'd say, oh, you can have some Risgrynsgröt.
And people, it's comparable maybe if you had a lot of malto-meal growing up or any kind of oatmeal or something.
And we didn't really
like
have
that.
a microwave, so we put it a little in a pot. We'd take some out of the big pot, put it in a little pot, add a little milk, we'd stir it on the stove, and we'd get our porridge.
Yep.
And then
sometimes a little slab of butter in there.
I was just going to say, didn't Mom always put big butter in there?
Yep, a little slab of butter right in the end.
Well, you know what?
So
as
it'd be milk.
much as I try to be healthy and eat oatmeal, I like butter in my oatmeal sometimes
You know,
too.
when I make oatmeal at home too, I sometimes make it with heavy cream.
Ooh, we are from the dairy state, so it's all about the butter and the cream.
Do you remember on the menu it used to say cold cereal at Al Johnson's? You could get cold, and on the bottom it always said, for a real treat served with heavy cream.
Yeah, because my dad, Al,
he'd have a bowl of cereal with cream on it.
oh yeah, our cupboard is supposed to be the utility cupboard where we keep the mop and the broom and everything because it's tall. And we have the cupboards that you go like this. You push it,
them in it,
it goes click, click, and then it opens. And then there's no handles anywhere.
Right.
So whenever friends
Somebody
would come
come over,
over,
"How do you open
they'd be
these
like
things?"
this.
They
They'd be
pull
like,
it on 'em.
how do you get this open? And I'm like, you have to push it. And it would go click, click, and then it would open. And then this big cupboard we had next to the stove would be full of cereal.
Cold cereal.
Cold cereal.
I would have the Fruit Loops, Captain Crunch, Quisp, Sugar Pops. When you still called them Sugar Pops,
Yep.
now they're called Corn
No,
Pops.
we call them Sugar Smacks.
No, that's Sugar Smacks. There's Honey Smacks, Sugar Smacks, but there was Corn Pops,
Oh,
which
yeah,
was Sugar Corn Pops.
Sugar Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing was sugar anymore. Now it's Corn Pops.
Oh, the sugar's still there.
No, it's not.
It's still in the
I thought
cereal.
it was Honey Smacks.
No, yeah, you
now,
read the
and
ingredients.
It's all healthy now,
Well.
really. But I still love a good bowl of Fruit Loops.
I do too.
But my dad would go in there every single night. If we stayed up late enough, he would come home from work, working all day long, owning a restaurant.
Could have anything he wants.
Anything he wants to eat, what does he reach for?
Usually Cheerios.
He only had a bowl of Rice Krispies
Or Cheerios.
or Corn Flakes.
No, Cheerios too.
But he had the Corn Flakes and the Rice Krispies. And why did we always have Kellogg's products?
I have no idea.
Because Susie Carr worked for Kellogg's, and he had a deal with her when all the cereal went out of date. she would just bring it to Al, and Al would keep it in his
There's
utility
something
cupboard, and then we would eat the out-of-date cereal that was still good, by the way.
There's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, when I go to Grandpa's house when we had cereal, he had cornflakes also, and he'd always put a dollop of strawberry jam in the middle of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I tried that once. I didn't really care for that. But my mom always had a big pewter bowl in the cupboard, and you have to, to get at the sugar, you have to push the cupboard, click, click. And then she had this big pewter bowl of open, and it had a dipper in it, like a soup dipper. That's how we use sugar.
Yeah.
And anything we needed sugar, we would just go like this and sprinkle it on.
The bowl was about
Huge.
9 inches, like 10 inches across, like a pie tin.
Yeah, like not a sugar bowl with a lid or anything like that. No way.
Does she still have it?
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
With a scoop in it?
Yeah, with the same scoop in it.
But Mom doesn't like sugar.
Oh, yeah, right.
I was kidding.
My mom doesn't like sweets.
She doesn't, she'll say, I never eat sweets.
That's where I go when I need a snack, by the way. She's got a whole freezer full of Colleen cardamom braid roll and Chuck
raisin
Sully's
bread,
lemon bread.
That's good stuff.
Oh my gosh. Whenever you need something tasty and sweet, you go to my mom's house, who doesn't eat sugar.
Okay, well, we're bringing this to a boil now, and we turned it down to a simmer while we were yapping. And we do have one ready to go.
We do?
I do.
Bring
I
it
happen
on,
to make
bring
one.
it on. I know, because this takes a while.
Oops, and I spilled some.
And we're on a little time schedule here.
So I got this one, it's ready to go.
Yeah, look at that's exactly how it's supposed to look. I love it. All right.
Let me get that mess I made.
Do you like yours plain? You know, my mom used to make us put milk on it, like oatmeal.
Oh,
She goes, yeah, you want to put some milk on there, some cream on there? I go,
Cream.
well, doesn't it already have milk in it? But we
Cream.
always had more on top, right?
Cream is what I used to like.
It's not bad cold, but I like it hot. Don't you prefer it hot?
Oh, yeah.
You know what's the worst? Is when you're eating it and then you get a big chunk of that cinnamon stick.
What I just threw in yours?
Yeah, I saw that. You just want me to get another crown.
All right, let's enjoy these.
We're going to go visit our famous, what is it, an oral surgeon down in Green Bay?
Well, now that we no longer have Tommy the Tooth.
Yeah, Tommy the Tooth is retired.
You know what it needs?
Yep, does. Needs a little more cinnamon sugar. Yes, it does. This is where this comes in handy, because then you can put your own amount of sugar in it. It wasn't bad without the sugar, but again, I like sweet, and you do too. So
Much better. I probably got it in my whiskers.
The cinnamon really makes it, I think. So even if you just add a little more cinnamon to it without the sugar, for all you people who have to watch it, and it's not salty. We didn't add any salt.
Nope.
So people who are low sodium, this is a really great option for breakfast.
It's delicious, and you can serve it with, again, you can serve it with the jams, the lingonberries, the Al Johnson syrup.
Which is my favorite, right here. This is the
raspberry
raspberry jam.
one, mine as well, yep.
So I would open this up, and I can't double dip, right? So I have to try it a little with I've never actually had it with this. I'm gonna try it. Okay, we'll see what happens. Rolf and I are pretty much like, don't like change. So like when you add something to something, we're like,
You don't like this change, it's delicious.
That is really good. I never would think to do that.
All right.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah. Again, available online. You can tweak it yourself. Use a different type of rice if you wish. This cooks quite a bit faster.
Yep.
And, give it a go. And, and we forgot one thing.
What's that?
This was traditionally, a bowl like this would be left out for the tomten on Swedish farms and houses, because
yes.
the tomten would look over all the animals, and that was his reward at the end of the year.
So if you ever see like old school, I like to go on and look at the retro good Yule cards from Sweden.
Carl Larsson was popular.
Yeah, there's Bauer, and then there's a couple other ones that I really like, Elsa Beskow and all those. Well, anyways, they always have the little tomte, and he's sneaking around the farm, feeding all the animals, and the animals follow him all over. He likes to sit in the barn, and at night, you're supposed to leave out a little bowl of Risgrynsgröt.
Yep.
Because he's doing all the work for you all day. He's taking care of the animals and feeding them and making sure everything is good on your farm. And if you want to be in good favor with him and he doesn't turn into an evil tomte, then you put him out this little porridge.
Take care of Tomte and he'll take care of you.
That's exactly right. You know, and don't be afraid to make a big pot, because once you make it, you can keep it in the fridge for a few days.
Yeah, it goes a long time.
It's like the one thing you come home and you say, God, I'm starving. And, oh, that's right, I have some more of the Risgrynsgröt.
Yeah, on a cold winter day, nothing's better.
Nothing, even for dinner. I think Al would be proud to have this for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, another end.
Everybody don't be afraid to try it. Again, it's called Risgrynsgröt, and it's delicious.
And you can buy our particular version of it.
Online. Or you can come in and buy a bag at Al Johnson's when you come in for Swedish pancakes.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yep. Like
right.
and subscribe on the YouTube channel, and we'll see you again. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Door County Girl, everyone. Bye.
Hey-do.
Hey-do.
I'll try the vanilla chocolate.
Thanks for watching Door County Girl. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.